Do you believe aliens exist, and what is your reasoning? Of course. We are a grain of sand on a beach to the universe. But this one grain of sand is so special that it's the only one to contain life. It's not a lack of other life forms but an abundance of distance between them. People always assume aliens mean super intelligent beings, but from a mathematical perspective, there is most likely life or living organisms in other planets, solar systems, even just bacteria or cellular life elsewhere is amazing to me and highly probable. To quote the book movie Contact, it would be an awful waste of space. Yes. It's a good movie. Yes. There's an unknown number of galaxies and planets out there. Possibly billions. Trillions. Who knows? The odds of us being the only beings in existence is next to impossible. I don't believe they're ever visited Earth, though. Yea, the universe is beyond huge. The chances of Earth being the only planet with life is really low. Whether or not aliens are already know about our planet is kind of a crazy thought. Crazy as in fun to think about. I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson who said the odds of a planet producing life or somewhere around 1 in a trillion, so with a septillion planets just in our observable universe. It seems like a mathematical probability that life is out there somewhere. It's a big fucking universe. Probably life on another planet somewhere. Yes. Statistical probability dictates they exist. Yes. We cannot be the only sentient life in the universe. LeBron James. From a mathematical standpoint, it is highly possible that there is life or living things in other planets or solar systems. Despite the common misconception that aliens are super intelligent beings. To me, the possibility of even simple cellular life or germs existing somewhere is astounding. Dude said under oath they're here lol. We're here so makes sense there's others. I just want a spaceship. Hopefully this opens up the doors for other whistleblowers and the release of energy-efficient technologies to the public. Because Tom DeLonge said so. Obviously. But also, the universe is absolutely infinitely huge. There's no way we are the only inhabited planet. Yes, because with how indescribably large and old the universe is, it's a complete statistical impossibility that complex and intelligent life has yet to develop elsewhere but Earth. They just aren't spacefaring yet. Even if they're most likely millions to billions of light years away with no possible way of knowing we exist either. Hey Mom, there's something in the back room. I would bet that they are, because our system is surrounded by infinite space. There's no way there aren't aliens. I'd also bet there are different Earths out there all over the place. Tom DeLonge has entered the chat. Just think. Maybe they're wondering the same thing. Kinda wild to think about. I doubt we're alone. I've seen a UFO twice in my life, so yeah. The universe is too big for us to be the only ones here. Yes. Believing that we're alone in the universe or even this galaxy is the height of arrogance. Yes, the movie is available and pretty good. Yes. Saw a UFO several years ago. It's very narcissistic to think that we are the only intelligent beings in the entire fucking universe. There are others out there and they are probably way smarter than we are. The chance there's no aliens somewhere out there is basically zero. Entire solar systems are like grains of sand on the beach, y'all. Of course there is aliens out there. Also consider the sand that has ever existed on Earth, so time is also a factor of a few of the solar systems having life at the same time. The universe, let alone our galaxy, is too massive to assume that we are the only living things in it. Now, do I think we have ever been visited by aliens, or will we ever meet aliens? I don't know. I think there are a lot of valid theories for why we may never meet an alien species. Yes. Because we exist, countless variations of life exists in this one planet. Same dynamics apply universally. The idea that we're alone in the universe is terrifying. If they do exist, and have visited us, I'd compare it to walking through a forest and seeing a large ant hill. You might stop and observe them working for a few minutes. But you aren't going to bother to introduce yourself to them. That being said, I believe they do exist, even absent of any tangible proof. Look at a giraffe, then an octopus, then a human, then a tree. If there is that much diversity on one planet with life, imagine thousands. In the wise words of Lil Dicky, why would we be the anomaly? Lot stars out there, dude. I doubt our planet is the only damn one. Milky Way. I've always liked Arthur C. Clarke's thoughts on the matter. Two possibilities exist: either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. It is the height of hubris to assume we are alone in the vastness of the universe. Aliens absolutely exist with how unimaginably large the universe is. I'd be selfish to believe we were the only ones living here. Whether they have the technology or misfortune to have visited our planet already is another story. I've heard plenty of lies and bullshit on C-SPAN to not trust anything said there at face value. Until I see hard evidence, or someone credible can corroborate the claims, I'll withhold my opinion. I mean, life happened on a planet once. Why wouldn't it happen again somewhere else? That's not to say it's entirely common or that more might come later. It just kind of makes sense that there would be more life outside of our planet. If not already, then eventually. We can't just be a cosmic fluke. There's billions of planets in the habitable zone just like Earth. 100 have been found. Can't tell me that bacteria, plants or even microorganisms don't exist anywhere else in the universe. Definitely not possible. Especially when you consider how insignificant we are in the grand scheme. We can't be the only planet with habitable life. After the US government happily released the Tic Tac footage as an example of the evidence they have of these things, and hearing David Fravor talk about it here and there. If there aren't aliens, then the Russians or somebody have found some kinf of huge gold mine of energy and breaking the laws of physics. Aliens just seems more likely. There's no evidence, so I don't have good reason to believe they exist until proven otherwise. But I like to think they do. Probably exist. But I doubt they've been here. It's not just the distance. It's all existing at the same time as us. They've probably existed and burned out, or they haven't got going yet. No. For the same reason I don't believe in a supernatural deity, a complete lack of physical evidence. It's impossible for us to be the only living things in the universe. Otherwise it's two things: God exists and only made us, or this is a simulation and the publishers don't have even processing power or RAM. Exist? Yes. Visited anywhere near us? Nah. We can barely get to and back from our own moon. They wouldn't be interested in us, even if they noticed us, which is doubtful. They would see we are far from establishing even a solar system-wide axis of control.